Today I thought I'd talk about MetroPCS. Now, this started with a question that I received on YouTube. YouTuber Miami Hustle asked if they can switch their service from Straight Talk to a MetroPCS SIM card. And Miami Hustle, yes, you can do that. Now, you had asked your question on my transferring your Straight Talk service to a new SIM video, and that video is about something else. That's for current Straight Talk customers that want to move their service from their existing Straight Talk phone or SIM to a new Straight Talk phone or SIM. And when they do that, they're moving both their remaining service balance and their phone number to that new phone or SIM. In your case, what you want to do is you want to leave Straight Talk, sign up for MetroPCS, and I'm assuming you want to transfer your phone number. And you can do that. You'll be able to transfer your phone number when you move to MetroPCS. Now, your service balance is not going to move from Straight Talk to MetroPCS because it's a new company. You'll need to buy a new plan when you move to MetroPCS. And if you want to move to Metro, you're going to need a phone that will work with their network. So you'll need a phone that's compatible with the T-Mobile network. And you're also going to need to get a MetroPCS SIM card. So I'm sure they sell some sort of BYOP or bring your own phone SIM kit. I'll look for that over on MetroPCS.com towards the end of this video, and we'll see if we can find that. Now, when you asked this question, I was curious as to why you wanted to move to MetroPCS, so I thought maybe I should check out the plans. All right, now I'm back on MetroPCS. I'm not going to sign up and do a full review. I'm just going to see what I can find out about the plans looking at the website. A couple things about MetroPCS. This company is owned by T-Mobile. It uses the T-Mobile network. T-Mobile bought this company several years ago to get their 4G LTE spectrum to help improve the T-Mobile network. Now, my understanding is in the past that Metro had both prepaid and postpaid plans, but as of today, it looks like it's all prepaid. Now, one thing I did want to mention was I checked out MetroPCS.com several days ago when I had the idea to make this video, and it looks like the site has changed and the plans have changed in the last several days for the better. Okay, now the first thing I see here is 2 lines for $50, taxes and fees included. So that's a great hook. That's already pulled me in. I want to know more. That sounds like a pretty good deal. I like the idea of taxes and fees included because those add up on other wireless services. Now I'm going to check out the plans. Now they have a $30 plan, $40 plan, $50 plan, and a $60 plan. Looks like the $30 plan comes with 2 gigabytes of 4G LTE data. The $40 plan comes with 3 gigabytes of 4G LTE data. The $50 plan includes unlimited 4G LTE data. And the $60 plan includes unlimited 4G LTE data plus hotspot. Now, looking here, you'll see that this $30 plan was recently increased from 1 gigabyte of high-speed data to 2 gigabytes of high-speed data. And the $50 plan moved from 5 gigabytes of high-speed data to unlimited high-speed data. So those are some welcome changes. Now down here, it says 2 lines for $50. You can add up to 5 lines and save $5 on each line. So 2 $30 lines, you'd get a $10 discount. That's how you get to the $50. Now over here, it says 2 gigabytes of 4G LTE data. And if I zoom in on this, I see there's an asterisk here, which means there's going to be some fine print, and there's always fine print with the terms and conditions. Moving down the page, I see they explain to you what you'll be able to do with this much data: 2 hours of video streaming, or 100 hours of streaming music, or 100 hours of social media. I like the fact that they try and explain to you what you'll be able to do with 2 gigabytes of data. All right, moving on. Taxes and regulatory fees included. They're stressing that quite a bit, and that's a good thing. Now, on all plans during congestion, top 3% of data users, people who use more than 30 gigabytes per month, may notice reduced speeds until next payment cycle. Well, that's pretty standard. I'm not exactly sure what the reduced speeds are, and it doesn't look like they say. So I'm wondering, how slow are those reduced speeds? Is that the 2G speeds that we're familiar with on a lot of these unlimited plans, where you'll get 56 kilobits per second or 128 kilobits per second down, very slow data? Next, it says the $30 unlimited plan. Now, at the top, it said the $30 plan had 2 gigabytes of 4G LTE data. So I'm going to assume that this plan has data after you used up that 2 gigabytes of data. It's just going to be really slow. They're not making it clear what $30 unlimited plan means. Now, moving through all the features here: no annual contract, taxes and fees included, 4G LTE T-Mobile network, 4G LTE mobile hotspot. Now, this sounds like the plans include hotspot, data maximizer. Now, MetroPCS is pitching this as a feature. Some of you are going to see that as a limitation. We'll talk about that in a minute. Wi-Fi calling, caller ID, call waiting, three-way calling, voicemail and visual voicemail, and premium directory of service. Now, the first thing that I see here that I think could use some improvement is, what about talk and text? No mention of talk and text. I'm going to assume that it's unlimited talk and text, but I'd also like to know how much talk and text is included and where I can call and what locations I can call from. So I want to know where I can call to and where I can call from. Is this nationwide calling? Am I able to call in Mexico and Canada? Am I able to make calls in Mexico and Canada? I'm going to assume no, but if you're going to sell an unlimited plan, it seems like all they're talking about is the data. They're not talking about the voice services, and I think that's important. Now, moving on down to some of the details, 4G LTE mobile hotspot. So I'm a little bit confused by this because if we look back up here, we see the difference between the $50 plan and the $60 plan is this one's unlimited and this one's unlimited and comes with hotspot. So this seems to be saying that these other plans, the $30 plan and the $40 plan, also include hotspot. But if they do, that's great, and that's a welcome feature. If we look at the details, well, there's not much more details here. All right, now data maximizer. Now they're pitching this as a feature. Watch crisp, clear videos on your phone without worrying about your data. Data Maximize streams videos at a resolution ideal for smartphone screens. So you can watch DVD quality clips and help your high-speed data last up to 3 times longer. Data Maximizer is available on all MetroPCS phone plans. All right, so this sounds great, right? They're going to help me save my data and I'm going to get clean, crisp video. But what they're really doing is they're reducing the quality of high definition videos down to DVD quality, which is lower. And they're doing that to save data. Now, if you're on this $30 or $40 plan, you might like the idea of that they're helping you save your high-speed data and making it last longer. But if you paid for the $50 or $60 plan, you paid for unlimited data. Now, if you have a smartphone and want to watch high definition videos on YouTube or Netflix or Hulu or whatever service, you might not like the idea that they're reducing the quality of your videos to save data, right? Because you paid for unlimited data. So who's saving data? You're not saving data. MetroPCS is saving data. All right, enough about that. Now, the family plan, save $5 per line on the plan. We already talked about that. Now, they have this compare button here, and when you click this, it pulls up a table. Why isn't this table on the page? This is the kind of thing that people want to see. They want to see a list of all the features and what's included on each plan. Now, here's where it points out unlimited talk, text, and data. Still doesn't tell you anything about the details about where you can call, what locations, but at least they have the table. You can find it. Now, if I move down through this table, pretty much every one of these plans includes every feature. So let's look at the plans that don't have specific features. Now, 4G LTE mobile hotspot. Here it's saying the $50 plan doesn't include this feature, but the $30, $40, and $60 plans do. They want $10 more for you to be able to use hotspot on the unlimited plan. Now, a couple things that I didn't see mentioned before. Looks like they have a music unlimited service that's available on the $40, $50, and $60 plans, but those are the only differences between these plans. Now, one thing I didn't point out is it says voicemail and visual voicemail. I know a lot of people that use the iPhone really want support for visual voicemail. And I think the high-end Samsung phones, the Galaxy S6 and Galaxy S7, have some sort of visual voicemail as well. So hopefully that's supported on this service. Now, I notice over here, they're not pointing out the Wi-Fi calling on this table. And if I look over here, it did say Wi-Fi calling. They should add that to the table. All right, now moving down the page, fine print, zoom in a little bit there. All right, so the asterisk on 4G LTE data requires capable device. Restrictions apply. For data cap plans, full available speed apply to monthly data allotment, then speed slowed for the remainder of the cycle. For unlimited smartphone LTE data plan, full speeds apply to 8 gigabytes of hotspot data per payment cycle, then speed slow for remainder of payment cycle. All right, now that could be clearer. does this mean if I'm on the $60 plan and I use 8 gigabytes of hotspot data, what happens? Is it my hotspot data speeds that are slowed down for the remainder of the cycle, or does the data speeds on my phone slow down for the remainder of the cycle as well? MetroPCS could definitely clarify that. All right, now what else does it say here? During congestion, MetroPCS customers may notice reduced speeds versus T-Mobile customers. So what this is saying is you're paying less than T-Mobile customers, you get in line behind them when the network is congested. All right, moving on down, yet even more full terms and conditions. Let's see what else it says here. Looks like it's really just repeating what I just read. All right, now here it's pointing out for $60 unlimited plan, full available speeds apply for 8 gigabytes of hotspot data per data cycle, then the speeds are slowed. Still not as clear as I would like it to be. All right, now finally moving down the rest of the page here. Looks like they have this data calculator. This is a little bit geeky, but I like the idea that at least they're trying to help you figure out how much data you need. So you can fill in these sliders and kind of estimate your data usage. Most people might find this confusing. At least they're trying to help you figure out how much data you need. Okay, so what do I think? Well, honestly, several days ago when I looked at this, I wasn't too impressed. I thought the $30 plan for 1 gigabyte on the low end was the only plan that was kind of interesting. But looking at this today, now seeing that this plan is 2 gigabytes of high-speed data for $30 and you could get 2 lines for $50, taxes and fees included, that actually looks like a pretty good deal to me. And the $50 unlimited plan might be a pretty good deal for some people as well. I have to say this uses the T-Mobile network. Many years ago, I used the T-Mobile network and it didn't work too well for me in my area. But the T-Mobile of today is much different than the T-Mobile of 2010, 2011, 2012. They've greatly improved their network. Now, I've used T-Mobile service with Google's Project Fi. I've used it on other prepaid carriers such as Straight Talk, and the performance has been very good. In my area, the Boston area, I've gotten very good speeds with T-Mobile. I have visited some areas where there has been no coverage, where there have been gaps in the coverage, and I would still be a little bit worried about that. But sometimes using the T-Mobile network can really work out for you if they have good coverage in your area, because they have less customers than AT&T or Verizon. So those networks are often congested and slow down when a lot of people are using them during peak usage hours. If you're on the T-Mobile network with less customers competing against less people, you can have faster data speeds during peak hours. Okay, now what else do I want to check out? Let's take a look at getting a SIM kit. If we go to phones, I see on the end here they have bring your own device. And it looks like you can buy the MetroPCS Universal SIM card kit for $10. I would prefer a free SIM or a SIM for 99 cents or $1. Now, one thing I wanted to point out here was that you'll see over here they have this compatibility checker. And if you type in iPhone, they only show really old iPhone models as being supported for BYOP or BYOD. We'll see here the most current iPhone that they show in this list is the iPhone 5, which is a pretty old phone. Now, I know from smartphonematters.com readers that many people are using MetroPCS with the iPhone 5S, iPhone 6, 6S, iPhone 7, iPhone SE. It does work. They're saying here that those phones are not listed as being officially supported by BYOP, which means that if you have a problem, you could have an issue with getting support for them. I know maybe about 6 or 7 months ago, I had a lot of people coming to smartphonematters.com having issues getting the APN set up on the newer iPhones with MetroPCS's BYOP. That seems to have calmed down quite a bit. I don't hear about that problem so much anymore, so perhaps they've fixed it. Now, this BYOP issue is not just with iPhone. If we look for Galaxy here, we'll see that it actually even looks worse with Galaxy. They're only showing the Galaxy S3 as the latest Galaxy model that's supported. So not sure why they don't update their support for the latest phones, especially since here it says supports most phones. Now, if I take a look at the phones that they have for sale, I'll take a look at Apple, and I can see that they have the iPhone SE, the iPhone 6S, and the iPhone 7 and 7 Plus. So apparently they do support these phones when you buy the phone directly from them. So that might be something that you just want to be aware of, that they may claim your phone is not supported for BYOP. Okay, now finally, I think I'll show you what you would need to do to activate your service if you wanted to sign up. Down at the bottom, they have this link to activate, and then you'll see device activation. They have an area for new customer and existing customer, and you can choose between activating one device or multiple devices. If you click on the one device, you're going to go through these 5 steps. First, you're going to check your coverage for your device. I'll enter my zip code. So there's coverage in my area. Now, I'm not going to go through the rest of the steps, but it's look up your device. You're going to enter your IMEI number, and they're going to tell you whether your phone is compatible or not. So if you want to sign up for BYOP, they would use this step to tell you whether your phone will work with their service. And then I'll zoom in here because these other 2 areas are grayed out. The next step would be to enter in your SIM number, and they check to make sure that the SIM that you have is okay. And then finally, I'll zoom in more here. Here's the option to choose your phone number. You have the choice of getting a new number, transferring a landline, or transferring your mobile number. It looks like maybe you can actually select a phone number as well. I'm not going to go into that in any more detail, but just wanted to let you know it looks like it's this 5-step process to sign up for BYOP or bring your own phone. All right, so I hope this helps. I think that's going to be it for this video. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share. Thanks for watching.